What is up, guys? Vince Vigor here again with the second part of my transfer window roundup of 2015. In my last video I addressed the likes of Memphis Depay, Morgan Schneiderlin and most importantly Bastian Schweinsteiger. I thought that I'd share my opinion on a few German players, and in this roundup I wanted to lay the focus on Thomas Müller. But we all know that a few very interesting and great things happened over the last few days, and this makes it impossible for me to lay the main focus on only one player. Yes, guys, it's true, we signed Bastian Schweinsteiger from Bayern Munich, and those who watched my last transfer window roundup will know how happy I am at this very moment. I didn't think that it's even possible to ever sign him from Bayern Munich, but the unbelievable happened. Ed Woodward and Louis van Gaal managed to sign the most decorated German player of all time. He'll add so much needed composure and grit to our midfield, and that's what we badly missed since 2008 and was never resolved over the last 7 years. But Woodward stepped up and signed 2 top-class CMs within 24 hours. Schweinsteiger is a true leader and a midfield general who can lead and command our team. He also has a role model function for our younger players because he's seen and won it all. And he turned out as a magnificent signing, and is exactly the type of proven player Louis van Gaal wanted. But if that wouldn't be enough, they went on to sign 2 more players within 2 days, and now they've flown out on tour with the team, and it couldn't have been a better timing than last weekend to sign Darmian from Torino and Morgan Schneiderlin from Southampton, who I also addressed in my last transfer roundup. 3 absolute great and much needed signings, and the best thing about those signings is that no one saw them really coming. It was said by a few people on Twitter that Darmian seems to be a signing that's way too smart, and finally, United is starting to do some shrewd moves in the transfer market. I'm not a Darmian expert, but I've seen him 3 or 4 times, and I always liked his tireless attitude and his versatility. I've also seen him score a great goal versus Bilbao in the EuroLeague, and it was said by every Serie A expert and fan that he's by far the best fullback in Italy, and he'll be a great shrewd signing from United. I also think that Louis van Gaal wanted him because of his versatility, and that's why we dropped our interest in Klein and Coleman. Finally, we have a great right back who can also play as left back, centre back, or even in midfield on the left or on the right side. I'm convinced that he turned out as a great signing, and the signing of Darmian and even more Schneiderlin came out of the blue. They came out of nowhere, and I like it very much how Woodward is handling his business and is doing it under the radar of the English press. I mean, they don't have any clue what's going on, and that's very great to see. But now on to the first thing I originally wanted to talk about, is our widely reported interest in Real Madrid's vice-captain Sergio Ramos. The first thing, almost every United fan, including myself, thought that this is just another made-up bullshit story from the Spanish press, and that Sergio Ramos and his camp are using United's interest to gain him a new improved contract, like Dani Alves did a few weeks ago and many others did in the past. But the reports didn't go away, and soon the English media, like Sky and even the BBC, started to run the story, and that United lodged an opening bid of 40 million euros. It seems like United's stance is that either you give us Sergio Ramos or you won't get David De Gea, who they are desperate to sign because they already sold Iker Casillas to FC Porto. The very well-informed Graham Hunter found the right words. It's the first time since many years that United are playing their cards very, very shrewdly, and that United is using David De Gea as leverage to get Sergio Ramos. You give us Ramos and we give you De Gea, or there won't be any deal, and it seems like United would really let him ram down his final year of his contract if there won't be any solution for both parties to get what they want. And even if we don't manage to get Ramos, you've got to admire the way Ed Woodward is playing hardball with Real, is standing firm and is holding his stance. I think it's great to see Real Madrid fans going nuts, and that Woodward is giving them a big pull of their own medicine. Still, there are a few people saying that Ramos is still using United as bargaining chip to get him the contract he wants, but it seems like Ramos is so furious with the Real board, and especially the president Florentino Perez, that it was said he'll not sign any new contract because he doesn't feel enough appreciation from them, and that he wants to move to United and only United. He wants 10 million euros per year from Real Madrid, but they're only offering 7.5 million, and Ramos saw that offer as an insult. It was reported that United would be willing to offer him 12 million per year. But now, after Iker Casillas left Madrid, Ramos is made first captain, and the talk that he wants out has cooled over the last days. That David De Gea is flew out on tour with United is saying me one thing, that the talk about United wanting Ramos in return for De Gea must have real substance, and that Woodward is really willing to let him run down his final year of his contract. At this moment of time, I can't see Ramos leaving Real Madrid, and if that's the case, I think De Gea won't leave either. United is flexing their muscles, and I'm absolutely loving that. And that's why I think Nicolas Otamendi is a way more realistic signing than Sergio Ramos. Otamendi was easily the best centre-back in La Liga last season with stellar performances versus Barcelona and Real Madrid, and he also scored some crucial goals, helping Valencia to finish on the 4th spot in front of Sevilla. The performances I've seen from him came against the Spanish top clubs, and he showed some top-notch performances in those games, especially against Barca and Real. As we all know, we are in need for a commanding centre-back, and Otamendi will fit our back four perfectly. He isn't the tallest centre-back, but his jumping ability and great positional play make that up for him. He's a very brave, gladiator-like defender, and he's easily the best choice for United if there isn't a way to lure Sergio Ramos to Old Trafford. Jorge Mendes is working hard on the deal and is trying to reduce his release clause of €50 million. If that won't be the case, I think United is really willing to pay the clause, and at 27, he'd be absolutely worth it in my opinion. The progress he made since moving from Porto is tremendous, and if he'd moved to United, I think we'd see another big push in his development as a great leader and centre-back, and that's exactly what we need, a great leader at the back, a warrior like Nemanja Vidic was in his best days, and yeah. So, this was my second transfer roundup of 2015. Shout out to all the people who RT'd my last video. I hope you RT it again. Thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. My fellow Germans will hopefully be the main topic in my next video here. And you'll hear from me again. See you guys.